We are back here on the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Monday Night Raw Review. There's going to be a big video that I'm planning on doing sometime this week, hoping for either tomorrow or Thursday, because I'm normally very, very busy with Universe mode during those days. I feel like there is something that I need to get across. There is something I really need to get across, and I feel like that video that I need to make, it has been something I have been wanting to do for a long, long time. So, yeah. So keep an eye out on that. I'll probably make it, but I probably won't release it until whenever I feel like it. But it's definitely something I want to do. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and it just needs to be said. To me, it needs to be said. But you won't be seeing that video until later on. Hoping for either tomorrow, hoping to make it either, like, I could always make it today, I guess. I could always just record it today, release it tomorrow, or release it on Friday, you know. It's clearly up to me. But it's just something that I need to say. So, for those who are watching this review, this is something you need to keep an eye on. And I'll probably mention it on my SmackDown review if I haven't posted it by then either. If I haven't posted it by SmackDown, I'll definitely repeat everything again. But anyway, let's focus on the Monday Night Raw review, and let's focus on Raw. I actually nearly overslept. I actually woke up 4 minutes after Raw started, but I didn't miss much. It was just a boring opening segment with Drew McIntyre being interrupted by Zelina Vega again. And apparently Zelina Vega's stable is now becoming everybody's favorite. Apparently this stable is starting to grow on everyone, and they're saying they're building up Vega's stable. Yeah, by having them lose. Now I know wins and losses don't matter. Some people may not care about the wins and losses. But I do. I personally do care about wins and losses. And that's the thing with today's generation of wrestling fans. I hear wrestling fans say all the time that wins and losses matter. They do matter. Wins and losses do matter. Things have to make sense. But if Zelina Vega's stable is being built up, they shouldn't be losing to anybody. You should be giving them victories, making them look strong. Other than that, I can definitely see the progress that WWE is doing with this stable, but I just don't see it. Austin Theory, he's alright. He just looks like your generic WWE 2K20 creative player. That's pretty much all Austin Theory really looks like. He just looks like somebody you create out of WWE 2K20 and you just come up with a random name for a character. And Austin Theory was the name you came up with. I have a theory! And that theory is an Austin theory. And he also Austin Theory claims that he's a future WWE champion. Well, we'll see about that. Maybe we'll He's like, how old is he? Like 22? Maybe we'll come back within the next 10 years and we'll see if he is WWE champion. Because by then he'd be like 32. Hey, who knows? Who knows? I could be wrong and he does become WWE champion. But right now he's 22. He's still a bit too young for that. But yeah, he has a match. But anyway, Austin Theory has a match with Aleister Black. Aleister Black clearly wins that one. Aleister Black goes over with that one. We also had Kairi Sane get annihilated by Nia Jax again. And Nia did a very careless move to Kairi Sane, almost injuring and breaking her neck. And Nia Jax clearly wins again. Poor old Kairi. Poor old Kairi. And apparently people are saying that her contract runs out this week. Who told you that? Dave Meltzer? Rule number 1. Never believe Dave Meltzer. Also, we had Shayna Baszler. I went ahead a little bit. I didn't have .com up on when I was doing this. But you guys get the point with one with Nia and Kairi. That one's just short and sweet. We also had Shayna Baszler take on a person named Indy Hartwell. Apparently she's Australian. Nice to see her. And apparently apparently Sasha and Bayley inspired her to become a wrestler. That's great. I wish it wasn't an Australian that had to be put through this bullshit with Shayna Baszler. See, this is why I don't like UFC competitors coming into WWE. Because all they want to do is injure people. That's all they want to do. And people want to know why the women's division, floods. And there's so many people on the shelf. Now you know why there's so many people that get injured. Because you have people like Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey running around. I know we haven't seen Ronda in a year, but she'll probably come back knowing her comments, knowing WWE. She'll probably come back. Like Ronda Rousey can say WWE can sink like the bloody Titanic. Like Ronda can say all this kind of bullshit, but she'll still come back and be gifted the women's championship across her shoulder. She can say whatever she wants, but she'll still be gifted a championship. But Shayna Baszler is just like Ronda. All they want to do is injure people. This is why the women's division has no wrestlers. Because if you have them do all this shit with them just injuring people, then you're left wondering, why does the women's division suck? It's because of people like Ronda and Shayna just injuring people non-stop. I know it's a part of their character and they don't care, but in reality, we care. We as fans care because we want to see these people wrestle. We don't want to see them be put on the shelf. So congratulations to this young Australian. He's Heidi Hartwell, if I pronounced her name right. Congratulations to that young Australian. I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you, but I feel bad for you at the same time. Speaking of Australians, we had more Australian goodness. We had Ricochet and Cedric Alexander defeat Shane Thorne and Brandon Vink. I really do like these. I really do like that they're having the Australians come on, but it sucks that they keep making them lose. And I get it, they're NXT talents. They're a bunch of nobodies. They're a bunch of nobodies on NXT. They're not gonna win, clearly. So as long as they get a good showcase, I think that's all that matters to me. Also, another thing about Nia and Kairi's match is that they exposed Nia's I guess you could say weakness, because Kairi went for Nia's knee, and they're trying to make it sound like that Nia's knee is hurt. So if you got someone like Nia Jax, in a ladder match who's just come back from double knee surgery, and you're gonna put her in the Money in the Bank ladder match? That's not safe. That's not safe for someone who's just come back from double knee surgery. But whatever. Whatever. WWE treats Nia as this top star, which Nia isn't. Nia is trash. She can't wrestle. She is terrible. She is downright garbage. She's gotten worse since that double knee surgery. She barely does anything now. It's like she's like something you would have in a 2K game. Because you can set finishes. You can actually have set a custom match. You can set a custom match, and you can add a finisher. You can have the wrestlers start with finishes. That's Nia Jax. She's in a custom match where she has a finisher from the beginning. She uses it, and that's all she does to win her match. The opponent gets the upper hand on her, and then all she has to do is her finishing move to win the match. We had Apollo Crews versus MVP. Apollo Crews got the victory. This is Apollo Crews. This is the biggest push we've seen from Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews is finally getting a push. After all these years, WWE are finally giving this guy a chance. Will he win Money in the Bank? Probably not. It'd be cool if he did, but I'm very sure Money in the Bank is going to go to Aleister Black. That's where I see it going to. I see it going to Aleister Black. Until they add a heel in there, I don't really see it being possible at this point. I feel like Money in the Bank has Aleister Black's name written all over it. But it'd be cool to see Apollo Crews win, because Apollo Crews definitely deserves this. Next we had Ruby Riott versus Liv Morgan. Man, I love Ruby. I love Ruby. But God, I feel so terrible. So terrible for her. She's just come back from double shoulder surgery, and she hasn't won one match since she returned. Also, another thing I want to bring to light here is that WWE, even this is the thing that they do when they whenever they release a superstar, they never mention that person by name. They normally never really say that person's name by name, and they literally show them. My point is, WWE have mentioned Sarah Logan's name not once during Shayna Baszler's little entrance, but twice during the Ruby Riott stuff with Liv Morgan. They even showed photos of them together. So this can only mean one thing. Sarah Logan is returning to WWE. They've written her off by saying she's broke her arm because of what happened with Shayna Baszler, even though they released her of her contract. So this proves that Sarah Logan is going to come back to WWE. When this is all over, she's most likely going to come back. She's probably requested some time off, and they probably just thought, let's just release her. Make it look like she's going to have a huge comeback. Look, I don't want anyone out of a job, okay? I'm not going to say stuff like, oh, I hope she doesn't come back. Because I had a friend of mine say that he doesn't want her back in WWE. That's just a bit of a... That's just cold-blooded. You should never wish anybody to lose their job. Sarah Logan is going to come back to WWE because Ruby Riott mentioned her. They would not have mentioned Sarah Logan at all if she wasn't coming back. This is the first time I believe WWE has ever mentioned someone who's been released. This is the first time I've ever seen it. Name me one time when WWE has released a wrestler, but they still mention that wrestler on television. This has never been done before. So clearly it means that Sarah Logan is going to come back. Also, the Viking Raiders. They had a weird segment. Very, very bizarre. Eric and Ivar were in the car. Ivar was eating chicken. Looked like it was a KFC chicken. And then they were singing a song and going, Viking Raiders, Viking Raiders, Viking Raiders, Viking Raiders. And I was just sitting there like, okay then. That was by far the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Bobby Lashley throwing tires around. Yeah, like I care. Like I care, Mr. Lashley. We had Rey Mysterio versus Buddy Murphy. This was a good match, but the wrong person won. Didn't I say that Buddy Murphy was going to lose this match? I believe I did. I believe I said on my previous Raw review, I would not be shocked if they had Buddy Murphy lose. And people had the gall to tell me Paul Heyman likes Buddy Murphy. People had the gall to tell me Paul Heyman is a huge Buddy Murphy fan. If Paul Heyman liked Buddy Murphy, then why didn't he qualify? Oh, he's a part of a stable with the biggest name, with one of the top stars of the company, Patrick. He's with Seth Rollins. He's with the AOP. He won the tag team championships with Seth Rollins. Of course Paul Heyman likes Buddy Murphy, Patrick. Look, he won the tag team titles with Seth Rollins. He's a part of the stable. Yeah? So? The stable's dead. AOP is out. But fine. If you guys truly believe Paul Heyman likes Buddy Murphy despite losing to Rey Mysterio when Rey Mysterio should have put him over, then that's your narrative. I can't take this Paul Heyman likes Buddy Murphy stuff seriously if he's losing. Just like with Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. I can't take it seriously. I can't take it seriously if they're losing. Especially Ricochet when he got annihilated by Brock Lesnar. Yeah, Paul Heyman likes him. But Paul Heyman likes him though. It's just so funny. This is what this community is all about. And this is the thing that I've been telling you about early on in the video. There's just things I need to say to get across. But we had Charlotte Flair, the NXT Women's Champion, on Raw. Charlotte said she'll be on all brands, being a fighting champion to take on anybody. Look, I love you, Charlotte, but how come you haven't appeared on SmackDown? Charlotte said she'll be on all 3 brands. I'm holding up 2 fingers. 3. She said she'd be on all 3 brands to defend her title. How come we haven't seen you on SmackDown yet? She defeats an NXT wrestler, Kaden Carter. Ooh. Look, I love Charlotte, but even I can admit WWE always goes back to her. I wish Alexa Bliss fans could do the same. Because Alexa Bliss is just like Charlotte. WWE always revert back to her for championships. Mr. I can get suspended and break a rib and not lose my championship, Andrade defeats Akira Tozawa. Could not care less. Then we had Bianca Belair defeat Santana Garrett. We had the Street Profits on commentary. I know they're supposed to be funny. And it's supposed to entertain us, but God, I'm not gonna lie, it kinda did get annoying. It kinda did get a little annoying. Are they better than Corey Graves? Abso-freaking-lutely they are. Abso-freaking-lutely they are. Jerry Lawler is awful. Jerry Lawler is terrible. Get this asshole off my commentary table. If you remove Corey Graves and Jerry Lawler off the commentary table and actually have good commentators actually commentate these shows, I would actually pay attention more to the commentary. But today we've got so many awful... Well, Byron Saxton's gotten better. Tom Phillips is great. And Michael Cole, he's actually still... He's not bad. It's just Corey Graves and Jerry Lawler that I really can't stand now. Apparently, Jerry Lawler made a racist comment about Akira Tozawa. Yeah. Good job, WWE. But yeah, anyway, I like Santana. I do. Santana Garrett is a pretty good wrestler. It's a shame that people don't think she's good. I think she's really good. I've seen a couple of her matches in the Indies. And Bianca won with the kiss of death. That's basically it there. And Drew McIntyre defeats Angel Garza. Angel Garza's been on the main roster for how long? 2, 3, 4 months? And I don't understand what his character's supposed to be. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying Angel Garza is a bad wrestler. I'm not trying to say that. Just can't get into him. That's all I'm saying. But boy, this was a bit of a long review, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of my reviews. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that thumbs up. Comment your thoughts down below. And I will see you all next time.